When you need a good book and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz.
When you need a good book and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz.
When you need a good book and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz. Hi everybody, welcome to our first episode of Book Buzz.
We are so excited to tell you about some of our very, very favorite books. My name is Mrs. Wright, and I am the librarian at Jolie Johnson Elementary.
I am Kristen Fournier. I'm the librarian at Forest North Elementary, and the best part about it, every book that we're going to share with you today, you can get at either the Jolie Johnson Library or the Forest North Library.
So you can do all kinds of reading with these amazing books, and that's wonderful. The first one we want to share with you today is called I Walk with Vanessa. Sorry about the little glare because it has this shiny cover. It was written by Kristen, which is kind of interesting. It's a pen name for a husband and wife writer illustrator couple, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they named their pen name after a village that the husband grew up in. So kind of cool.
That is
and
cool.
This is a wordless picture book. And I just love it because, as you can guess from the title, I Walk with Vanessa, a story about a simple act of kindness. It's not telling you over and over with words, but it's such a beautiful story with pictures about how people can connect to each other or how they feel distant. And I just love it.
Wordless picture books are so great for kids that are just starting school, like in pre-K and kindergarten too, because you can tell the story even without having to sound out words. It doesn't slow down the narrative. I love that.
I also feel like we have a lot of students who really love graphic novels and who get a lot out of looking at the pictures over and over again because there's so much detail that they can learn from. So I love that this is available for all our readers, in addition to our beginning readers.
Yeah, such a good message too. That's a great one. Good choice. Okay, well, I wanted to share, this one's been out a while, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's called Gaston. It's written by Kelly DiPuccio, and it's illustrated by my man, my very favorite, Christian Robinson.
Yes, we love him.
It's so cute. It's kind of funny at our school too, Mrs. Wright. We have a beloved counselor, Miss Peyton, and she has a yellow chair in her office, and we always go sit in it if we need to talk to somebody. So I always, whenever I see this cover too, I always think about Miss Peyton's chair. And
that's perfect.
Yeah. So Gaston is a cute little French bulldog. And he lives in a family with a bunch of poodles. And they're all very, very, very fancy. Let me show you their names. Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. And that's so cute.
So cute.
And one day they get to the park and they realize that something terrible has happened because there's this other family of bulldogs. But look, there's one little poodle there. And the moms figure out there was a mix-up. So the story kind of goes on from there, but it is so precious, and I could read this book out loud a million times. It's so fun. Such a great story, and it's about what really makes you part of a family, and that's such a good message, I think.
I think a lot of people can really find ways to connect with that, for sure.
I agree.
My next book to share is called Juana and Lucas. It was written by Juana Medina, and I love this book because it's set in Colombia, the country, and we don't normally get books about that. And it's written in English, but it does have a lot of words in Spanish. And my favorite feature about this book, sorry, I should actually tell you what it's about. So this is Juana, and this is Lucas. And she just loves all kinds of stuff. She loves space, and she loves soccer, which is called football in Colombia. And she does not love English class. She does not want to have to learn English. She loves speaking Spanish. Why should she have to learn English? But what I really like about this book, in addition to the story, is it has, in addition to the regular story, it's got all these diagrams that tell you what she likes. So this is where she talks about she doesn't like her school uniform. And I love this because I just think of all our writers out there and how they could use this as a starting point for their own writing about telling. So she tells what she likes about her best friend too, in the same way. I just think that's such a cool way to tell the story. And she has all these great little pop, and the way that they blend the text, it's just genius. It's genius how she's done it. So the blend of illustrations and text is just phenomenal to me. And I love the story about her resisting things. So she's really passionate about what she loves, and then she hates what she hates. And a lot of us can relate to that, these strong feelings. So I love this unusual character.
Do you think that because the author's name is Juana and the character's name is Juana, do you think it's really about herself?
I do have that suspicion, actually, that it might be a little autobiographical. And I think a lot of different readers would appreciate this book. I think young readers could read it with their families, and I think lots and lots of students would really connect to it. So
yeah, looking at the text inside too, it looks like it would be a great bridge book, like kind of in between an early reader and a chapter book.
Let me see if I can find
that sweet spot, which is hard to find.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how some of the text stands out too. This would be another great thing to try in your own writing. It's not a poem, but it looks like it could be. Super fun.
That's a great one. Cool. Okay, I've got another one for us. This one is called Dandy. It was written by Amy Dykman and it's illustrated by Charles Santoso.
I love Amy Dykman.
She's so funny, right? As soon as I see her name, I always know it's going to be a funny book. I actually got this one for Mr. Fournier for Father's Day last year. It's a story about a lion family, and this is the dad lion, and he's got a little baby cub in his house. And in the neighborhood they live in, the most important thing is having a really beautiful lawn, like their grass outside. They really care about it. So the first day when the book starts, there's a little dandelion, like the word dandy, in his lawn. And you can tell from the dad's face, he is like, what? He is not cool with this. And he's scared that all the neighbors are going to judge him. So he wants to get rid of it immediately. But before he can get out there, his little cub discovers the dandy and falls in love with it. So it's kind of his story of trying to get rid of the dandelion, but his daughter is totally attached to it. So he's trying all these different ways to get it. And it's kind of a good ending. I won't ruin it for you, but you have to kind of figure out at the end what's going to happen with this little dandelion.
I love books where you have a character who tries lots of different things and has to use creativity to try and figure it out, because that's a great point. Real life, right?
Yeah, here's one too. He tried during book time, and then here he's trying during nap time. So it's totally like what you said. You're exactly right. Yeah, it's a good one. I recommend the good ending too. I like it.
Yeah, that's definitely one that nobody wants to miss. That's good for everybody. I have a book called A Diamond in the Desert, and as you can see, this is a little bit longer. It was written by Catherine Fitzmaurice, and I love this story. I love it a lot. The main character, Tetsu, is living in California, and after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, his family is first of all, his father is taken away for questioning based on nothing. And his family is forced to move into what's called an internment camp. And it's in Arizona. And the story focuses on the injustice of that. And that's a real thing that happened in history. And it also focuses at first on all the things that he's giving up. And as you can guess from the picture, he loves baseball. So he's missing his baseball team. So a diamond in the desert, right? A baseball diamond. Like, how can you hang on to the things that you love? But even better, as he goes through the book, he starts to really think about what's important to other people, because there are all these other people who are in this camp too, and they all have stories and struggles. And so it's not just his personal struggle, but the struggle of all of these people who are in this horrible situation, and how do you face something that's so unjust. So it's really powerful, but I think a lot of us, even though that's really specific, I think a lot of people can connect to this situation and to this character. I really love this book. It's super powerful.
And that's historical fiction, right? Like, it's based on the real internment camps that we had in California in the United States in the 40s, which is, it's unreal to me because I never learned about this in school. I didn't learn about this till I was an adult. So I think it's an important thing a lot of people maybe haven't heard of yet, you know?
As far as I know, this is the only book that I've read for this age group about this topic. So that is another thing I really like about it, because, and I love historical fiction. I find that I learn so much from these stories about people, and you're able to connect to them, and then that helps you learn about the time period. So I think a lot of readers would really like this story.
I do too. It's cool. It's kind of got a little bit of everything, like adventure and sports and historical and all kinds of cool stuff. Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to show you one of my This one is called Saturday. It's written by Oge Mora. She wrote and illustrated it. Oge Mora is incredible. Like, she's one of those authors that as soon as I see her name, like, I don't even care what the book's about. I'm already going to buy it for our library. She's a young lady who is super good at reading, or I'm sorry, at writing, and also super good at art. And so all of her illustrations, I'll show you the back cover too. All of her illustrations, she does cut paper. So she makes these special colored papers and then cuts them out and glues them down to make all of these shapes. So Saturdays,
I love that.
yeah,
I bet,
isn't that amazing?
some of our students could try that too and see. That's really talented.
Yeah, I think it's called collage, right? That's collage.
I think so.
Yeah, paper collage. So Saturday, the story is about this wonderful little girl and her mom. The girl's name is Ava. And Saturday's like their special day because it's the day mom has off work every week. So they always plan all these super fun adventures. And I can tell that I would really want to be in their family because all the stuff they want to do on Saturdays, just like me. So they go to the library for weekly story time. Obviously, you and me are both going to love that. That's right. They go get new hairdos at the hair salon. I would love to go do that. They have a picnic in the grass for a peaceful afternoon at the park. And then they get to go across town to the puppet show at a theater called the Flamingo. I want to go do that so bad.
That sounds like a great day.
That's like a
really,
perfect
really
day
great day
for me. Exactly. So the problem is though, when they start doing all these things on their special day, like problems come up. So all of their adventures end up starting kind of getting messed up. So they sort of have to make all these decisions like, what are we going to do when things don't go right? What can we do to still make our day super special? And that kind of really reminds me of right now, right? Like things are kind of different right now and we're trying to be flexible, but also we still need to have fun and have joy in our lives, right? So it's kind of cool where you can see how Ava and her mom deal with it and kind of grow out of it. It's such a good book. I love this book.
I love that they acknowledge the disappointment too, because I think sometimes in a book, it sort of makes it feel like it's not okay to feel disappointed. And I love that it says, you know what, it's a shame. Sometimes we feel kind of down when things don't go the way we expected, but then what do we do? I love that it answers that question.
It's real life, right? Everybody's going through that right now. Totally. Yeah, that's a good one.
That looks like another book that I think older readers might not pick up at first, but if they tried it, they would find a lot they could get out of it.
Definitely. Yeah. A lot of our older grades at Forest North do book a day. And so because they're reading a book every single day, they choose ones that are shorter like this. But sometimes I feel like there's different access points. Like our older readers will understand this in a different way than like our kindergartners and first graders, you know? They can really get like the grown-up perception of that. And I agree. I think it's for everybody. That's real life for everybody.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that recommendation. I just want to pick it up and read it right now.
Yay. Good. I know. All these books are so good. Do you have another one for us? I can't wait to see what you have next. No, that's it. We both did our 3.
I would love to share another one, but I think we're going to save it for another episode.
That's true. Hey, I just noticed too, you have Saturday on your bookshelf behind you.
I do. It's so beautiful. You see, everybody, you can't miss this one. It's too good.
It is. I totally agree. All right. Well, Miss Wright, maybe we can help come back to our students soon and bring them some more ideas for books. Should we remind them like the ways that they can get books right now?
Yeah, I think that sounds amazing. So I hope everybody is making sure that you check your library Schoology, because that's where you have lots of different ways that you can find good book recommendations, in addition to our Book Buzz talks, of course. And Ms. Fournier, do you want to talk about the process for reserving books online?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's 2 ways at Forest North you can get books right now. You can either, if you know exactly what book you want, you can place a hold. If you're not sure exactly, you can place a curbside order, and Mrs. Vetter and I will help figure out which one's for you. If you are in person, we'll deliver it like concierge style to your classroom. And if you're a virtual learner, we have times on our library website where you can come make an appointment and come pick them up. Is yours kind of the same or a little bit different? How's it going?
We have the same, and we're happy to get those holds, and that we'll get them all set up for you. And we also have some people who are using our Google form request. And sometimes I even have just people who are emailing and asking for help. And we love to talk about books, so we're always happy to get any requests and help people find the book that's just right for them.
Absolutely. It's literally like the best part of our job, right? When we can find a book that's like, I know what you would like. That's the best. I love doing
Absolutely.
That. It was so good to talk with you today. Thank you for meeting with me.
And I hope everybody out there is listening and finding great things to read today and every day.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time on Book Buzz. Bye. When you need a good book, and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz.
When you need a good book and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz.
When you need a good book, and everybody does, tune in to the Book Buzz.